Hey guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Alright, this riot worked out nicely. Finally went. The only problem is I lost about 600,000 or 700,000 by getting stopped out like 3 times before it finally broke out. Awesome. Now I need this thing to go to like 70 for me to make any decent money on it. XBEV similar to Tesla on 412. You mean 2 days ago? It's not even close. Not even close. Tesla had a great chart. It was in an uptrend. This thing has broken the uptrend. Not even close. But I'm kicking myself for not buying Tesla. That was a really good setup. This weekly break, oh man. GBTC gapping? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Very good. I hope they make big moves. GBTC 70, Riot 80 minimum. Thanks in advance. SI, my thoughts is I've been long for 2 weeks and it looks great. I hope, you know, if Bitcoin keeps going, it's gonna go to 200 plus. Those are my thoughts on it. Mara is now a laggard. It was leading, and now that Bitcoin actually broke out, this thing is lagging, while this Riot that was lagging is breaking higher. I'll watch some YouTube. All right. Yeah, what's is yeah, Russell, oh man, it looks so strong. It looks so tight. Oh man, if this thing breaks out, maybe we can finally get some small cap participation too, because the past 2 weeks has been mostly large caps, like S&P and large Nasdaq stocks, and the FANG names. I'm looking at this BNTX. Someone asked me on this day, I think they had earnings or whatever. But man, in hindsight, it was a good setup. I dropped the ball on it. I didn't think it was a good setup, but it was. Look how nicely it had me surfing that rising 150, like here, 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 and then it kind of broke out of this little consolidation of higher lows, about 150 on volume. I gonna drop the ball on that one. And now it's up 30%. I'm not super excited about anything today. I have a really solid portfolio. Oh, Bernie Madoff is dead? Thoughts on Coinbase IPO today? Yes. Yeah, on Coinbase, on Coin, I want more sideways. A few more days. Oh man, guys, I have the struggling trader feedback. We have material for the rest of the spring. I have a lot of DMs, man. It's gonna take a while. Save. Yeah, looks pretty decent. Yeah, it looks good. Oh. Yeah, I'm logged in. Thanks for reminding me. Worst thing that can happen, it's 30 seconds before market open, you haven't logged in. Happened to me this week. All right, guys, good luck. I did size down a little bit on TQQ yesterday. Like the Nasdaq has made or Nasdaq 100. It's big. It's a pretty big move. It's kind of straight up for 2 weeks. You know, usually when it gets the straight up 2-week moves, there's usually some mean reversion. So I just lighten. Maybe I should lighten a little bit more. Man, the airlines are strong today. Oh, I did forget to log in one to my platforms. What an idiot. And the wrong password, okay. This IWO ETF looks so good. 5-star setup. A little bit slow though. Man, it looks good. One point five ADR? No, IWO has 2.4 ADR. Extremely slow. And TNA looks pretty good too, but you gotta have to look at IWM, which looks 5-star. Looks so good. This is everything you wanna see from a good setup. Incredible. Look at how nice copper prices are flagging. I don't know how to look at that, but I do know FCX is a pretty decent setup. I'm just gonna chill out. I bought a starter in FCX and I bought some TNA, actually full-size TNA. And I don't think I'm gonna do much more. How to buy a starter? You click the buy button. Or whatever language your trading platform is in. You click the equivalent of the buy button. Yala setup. It's an okay setup. We are seeing some of the many of the smaller caps breaking out today, and it's just one of these. Like I got my exposure with TNA because I can't bother trading these thin ones, but it's a decent setup. It's been surfing the 100, relatively recent IPO. It's a good setup. I like it. It's good. It's a good setup. BT, it's just one of the crypto stocks. It looks okay. Too late to enter now, but opening range highs was the play. It's a crypto miner. TGI Friday? No, Triumph Group. Never mind. It's okay, I guess. It's not maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Riot Red Candle? Yeah. Yeah. They're kind of lagging both, or not lagging, but yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not acting like they were from November last year to mid-February this year. How many doubles, triples did I have on this thing? I mean, it's just insane, and now they just can't even get going because they're kind of old trends. They've been going up for so long, and you just can't expect them to go up forever. That's the problem. Casa, yeah, it looks okay, I guess. Yeah, it looks decent. Was MU an exit yesterday? Are you even asking me that? Like, why are you asking me? I don't know what your trading rules are. I don't know what your sell rules are. If you have any sell rules. Well, MU never had a good setup. That's the problem. It never really had a good setup. Except for the EP day, but obviously it's just been a grinder. Grinders are really tough to trade. But now that's pulling back to the rising 20, and you know, I think there's gonna be a setup maybe next week or in 2 weeks. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, some of the questions I'm getting, it's like people haven't even bothered to read or see any of the content that's in the, you know, instructions here. I'm not trolling to be mean. I just, you know, some questions I can't be bothered. Like, I don't really. Yeah, it's not, yeah, absolutely. The same questions that have already been answered 50 times if people bothered follow the instructions on the screen. $1,400 viewers. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we need to impose a 60-day limit for chatting soon. Like, I get these messages all the time, like on Twitter. Hey, I only have a few times left before I can write in Twitch, and I'm like, oh, please, dear God, please, I hope you have followed the instructions. Oh. No, really. Like, if you haven't spent at least 10 hours understanding the content that's, you know, behind these instructions, you know, you shouldn't write to me in any regard. It's just disrespectful to everyone who has, you know, put in the effort. It's that simple. Yeah, there's no need to talk. That's the problem. People spend so much time making noise and talking, and, you know, I don't know. Maybe they want attention, personalized coaching. But once you learn how to listen, that's when you will be successful in any field. Now, I don't mind people writing in the chat. That's what a community is for. But, you know, some people need to take a step back and maybe reconsider what the fuck they're doing. Oh, TNA. Nice. You have spent so much time consuming content, my content, that your inner thought process has a Swedish accent. That's what I want to hear. Did I immediately know the moment you found your edge? No. There's not gonna be a moment. It's gonna be a long process, and suddenly you realize, hey, wow, I've doubled my account every 6 months for the past 3 years. Maybe I don't suck anymore. And also, I retweeted a podcast, like an interview yesterday on Twitter. Everyone should go watch it. It's really good. It's a Centerpoint Securities broker who talks about the brokerage industry and also talks about the difference between losing and winning traders. Really good. There's a lot of insight. The guy has been, in the business for a long time. He's seen it all. He heard it all. Even your wife listens now just for the fun? Is it really that much fun? Yes, I also speak Estonian and a little bit of Spanish. Do I agree with his view that if you're still treading water after 12 to 18 months, you'll probably never find your edge? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Statistically, probably yes, but not necessarily. Because, it takes different amounts of time for people to get the shit together. And also actually finding good resources to learn from. It takes different, time for everyone. Yeah, exactly. If you're still having problems taking losses after 18 months, or you still have trouble sticking to simple rules, yeah, probably trading is not for you. I'm just putting it out there. I think a lot of people realize these things too late. Oh no, FCX, it broke out. I was talking. Man, I should shut the fuck up. Seriously. I'm missing trades because I'm opening my mouth. Yeah, I mean, we have one mouth to do two ears for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to myself. Caterpillar, very low ADR. The setup itself, I don't know. Is it? I'm not sure if it's really a tree. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't think this is necessarily a great trading stock. Well, actually it is, but I don't know. It's not the type of stock I like to trade. And it's low ADR. I would say it's a pass. Yeah, Carvana is going. It's a good one, good looking one. It kind of had a pocket pivot yesterday, depending on how you want to define pocket pivots, but it looks okay. Well, W strong, yeah. Yeah, a lot of things are breaking out, like the past, especially the past few days. A lot of things strong. The link in the for the podcast is on my Twitter. Yeah, no, the thing, yeah, you have a good point. If you're really determined, you will find a way. Determined people always find a way. You make 20 trades per month. That's like an average one per day. Nothing wrong with it if you're a swing trader. You don't need to be trading all the time. I wish I made 20 trades per month. You hate Riot. Well, it's not Riot, it's Bitcoin itself. It's kind of pulling back, or you know, these Bitcoin thingies are kind of pulling back right now. But yeah, Riot, piece of something. Well, NVAX is working nicely though. Maybe I should sell a partial. Holy shit, that's a big move. Yeah, Madoff is dead. Just gonna miss him. CLR MRO. CLR is a breakout. Yeah, sure, it's a decent setup. MRO, I don't see a breakout here. Who's gonna wick you on NVAX? What the hell are you talking about? All right, let's do some struggling trader feedback. Let's see, what is this? Okay, there's a. I'm trying to find some. Could I please get banned from chat? Man, there's a lot of DMs I have to go through. Holy fuck, man. Uh. Let's look at Koppen. Someone asked me about it. Apparently I forgot to go through Koppen yesterday. It actually looks pretty good. Where is it finding support on a 50-day? And it's building another higher low. If it can go sideways here a few more days, build higher lows, and then break out of this range, it's gonna be like a 4 or 5 star setup. Oh my god. Like, I'm answering one person and there's 3 other people writing to me. Holy fuck, man. Let's see. Okay, now I found someone to do the... Okay, blah blah blah. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. CDev. Okay, so I'll PM him. Okay, so I finally found someone. CDev. So he bought it here. Shitty entry. Like, not a good setup. This goes against anything I teach. Like, you know, it needs to be tight. It needs to be breaking out of a tight range. And preferably maybe, you know, breaking out of a moving average. Not a good setup. That's an easy one. Shitty setup. Man, I can... Okay. Okay, next one is DS. Entry here. Again, it's not a good setup. Like, it's just a random stock. And, you know, there's no setup there. I mean... Yeah, clearly, like these are really shitty setups. No setups. Here, EXPR. I mean, that one's maybe okay, I guess, but it didn't really build higher lows. So it was a little bit tricky one. I guess it was an okay setup. GSM. Entry here, another one. Like, what the hell? What is this? Like, is this a tight candle? These 3 previous days, are these tight days? What the fuck is this? Come on. Not good. Shitty setup. No setup. What's the next one? See, like, these are so easy. They're such shitty setups. And that's the problem. People keep buying these shitty setups. I should do another criteria, okay? Like, I'm only gonna do struggling trader review on people who have spent at least 200-300 hours studying good setups. Like, what are the setups where stocks make big moves? Because apparently none of these people have done it. Let's see, next one. Again, like, what the fuck is this? He bought it here. Like, what the hell is this? Like, it's a down trading stock. Like, what are you seeing here? Is it surfing any of these moving averages? Like, there's nothing there. Shit setup. ISR, another one. Like a random stock in a downtrend. So he bought it here. Like on this day here. Okay, I guess I see it. Okay, it's surfing there, but it's just a random pump stock. Like the moving average rules, like these microcap pumps, you know, they work differently than like mid-large cap stocks. There's no institutional support behind them. Like, there's no reason for these things to go up, and it was all over the place. There's no linearity. There's no, not a good setup. MBI, broken microcap pump. Let's see, MBI. Bought it here. Like, okay, so it was like a high tide flag type of a scenario, and actually it's a good setup now. It's actually a good setup now. It's been building a nice range. I don't know what the news were though, but again, so he bought it here, here. Okay, so he anticipated a breakout, okay, because this stock barely took out the previous day's highs. Like, it was an okay setup. Like, before it totally failed and went down. Like, I can see it. Like, I can see what, you know, not bad, but kind of maybe, you know, a little bit of anticipation. What was the entry? No, sorry, not you. Yeah, well, wait. 20. Oh, okay, he didn't state the entry price, so he kind of anticipated it. So, you know, sometimes, like I say before, just, you don't have to be the first one in. Sometimes it's better to just wait for the stock to, you know, actually have a little bit of upticks before you enter. Mogo. Again, I mean, what is this? Does this look like a good setup? Like, this was a decent setup, okay? Momentum stock, it pulled back to the 50-day. Had another pop, pulled back, found support on the 50-day again, built a little bit of a range, some higher lows, and then broke out of this pullback range. Like, that was an okay setup. Like, what the hell is this? It's just a continuation move. Like, it's not a setup. NDRA. I mean, again, like, what the hell is this? Like, I mean, how do you trade something like this? There's no linearity on this stock at all. It's just all over the place. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't think it was a, you know, great, you know, I would have passed on it. Like, it's just, you want like linear moves. You want controlled moves. Not things that are all over the place. Like, I get it, it's surfing the 50-day, and also, like, you know, it's a microcap stock. Like, microcaps, you really don't even want them to, you know, surf the 50-day. They should, you know, they're usually kind of broken when they fall that far. Like, microcaps are a little bit trickier. You want them to surf the 10 and 20 generally, especially the 20. And the entry was the day after. I don't think it was a good setup. What's the next one? ORMP. Okay, so that one, I mean, this was an okay one, I guess. It's been building higher lows. Yeah, it was a good setup, didn't work out. OTLK, another long stretch. Like, you really don't want to buy these microcap pumps of the 50-day. Like, they're usually, they have their day in the sun and then they fade off, and Like there's no institutional buying pressure in these things. They don't have to bounce off these moving averages and go higher. It's not something like a stock like Square or Roku that are, you know, changing the way we do things, right? There's constant buying pressure. Institutions want in. These are worthless pieces of paper. And, you know, these things have all lost their momentum. What's this? IZEA. This one, again, it's just too random looking to me. It wasn't really surfing the 50 any of the moving averages, and it's just too random. It did work out in hindsight, but it's not really a great setup in my opinion. NMM. Now here we are talking. Now this is good. This is how you trade. Momentum stock pulls back to one of the key moving averages and then kind of has a breakout candle off the rising moving average. This case there was a 20-day. That was a good one. That's a good one. That's a good setup. It's linear, it's orderly, it's not random. That's an edge. Futu is setting up for later this week or next week. What's the next one? Soxol. Oh, here, yeah, that's a good one. That's the same day I bought it. But you know, we can't look at the Soxol chart itself. We have to look at SMH chart. Because Soxol is just a triple ETF of SMH, and this is a really good setup. This is a good one. This is a 5-star. These are the types of setups you want to see. Look at how linear and orderly it is. Pulled back to the 100-day. Found support, pulled back to 100-day again, found support, and then broke out of this range. And it also showed relative strength. The whole semiconductor complex showed relative strength for several weeks before this breakout. That's a good one. All right, that was today's struggling trader feedback. 90% of the setups were just shitty. That's the issue. No rocket science, you just need to be able to identify good setups. That's the key. You need to spend at least a few hundred hours learning what a good setup is. And you need to do the work yourself. You need to go back and look. Just do a scan of stocks that are up, you know, over the past few years and look at how they move. You don't even have to go back 50 years. You can go back 5 years. Look at how stocks move. What are the patterns you can see before stocks make big moves? Yeah, it's all about training your brain, nothing else. You need to get randomness out of your trading. Like a lot of the stocks and setups were just very random. Now, obviously, you know, I do a lot of random stuff too, but it's all about minimizing it. You think the trader feedback takes 1 week out of my life? I don't think so. But it's the same theme. Like I went through 2 people's trades yesterday and 1 today. It's the same theme. Like 90% of the setups are, you know, they're very random and shitty. And it all comes down to pretty much people haven't done their homework. That's what it all comes down to. You know, before you start trading, you actually need to understand how stocks move. You need to understand the patterns. That's why I think paper trading is useless, because like if you don't know how a stock move, it doesn't matter if you're trading with real money or paper money. Like it's not gonna help you. You're just gonna waste your time. Well, of course it's confusing, but it takes a long time. You're not gonna make it in a month. It takes a long time. You have to constantly go back and review, and you know you kind of have to spend at least a few hours per day over a long period of time. Like, you know, just getting the randomness out of it, it's so important. You'll never have an edge trade, you know, trading randomness. And meanwhile, while I did that, I probably gave back $1 million on my crypto trades, Riot and GBTC. I really hope Riot bounces here. Oh man, come on. What's GBTC doing? Oh, I should probably sell yesterday's ads. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is holding up decently. Just yeah, I guess all the money wants to get into coin. I don't think any of these traders would be better off day trading. It's not gonna help them. Just switching to day trading is not gonna solve your problems. Like all of the traders, like they had, you know, specific, like they are trying to find the, like they are looking at these, you know, recent momentum stocks in uptrends, are surfing the moving averages, but you know there's some nuances to it, and you know you kind of need to learn the nuances. You can't just take any random stock and you know that has, you know, made a move recently that's up 50% in the last month and now it's building higher lows and surfing on a moving average. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It needs to be something special, like really special, and that's what takes time. That's what takes time. But yeah, a lot of those setups were, you know, complete shit. Like, you know, stick to the ones that are surfing the 20-day moving average. And the 50-day is okay if it's like a mid or large cap stock. But if you're trading like especially these micro caps, you know, they shouldn't be below the 20-day. They probably shouldn't. Like I haven't traded the micro caps in a long time, so I never really think about it even, but yeah, exactly. Like at some point, you just gotta turn off the stream, roll up your sleeves, get off your ass, and then sit your ass back down again and start doing the research. Start doing the work instead of, you know, looking for these constant shortcuts. See you tomorrow. Yeah, that's the right attitude. That's what it comes down to. Like it's just my observations so far. I think, yeah, we'll keep doing this tomorrow. I have a lot of DMs. Or actually, they weren't as many as I thought, because some of them were just random convo. But yeah, it probably should last next week. And I guess a lot of people are doing the Google Sheets file right now, so there's gonna be more. But it's good if we do it for a couple of weeks. Just look through, because so far it's pretty much been the same problem. Like, just a lot of shitty setups, a lot of things where, you know, there's just a lot of broken stocks. Avoid broken stocks. That's, you know, that's been the theme so far. So the three traders I've gone through the past 2 days, they would have avoided 80% of their losses if they, you know, had avoided these random and many times shitty setups. And that's a good problem to have, because it's such a low-hanging fruit. It's much harder if you are, you know, doing things correctly, buying good setups, following the rules, and not making money. That's a much harder case. That's like, oh shit, I actually have to make an effort to help this person. But these were like no effort feedback, because it's so obvious where they're going wrong. It's kind of, you know, low hanging fruit. And I keep getting back to it, like, people underestimate how hard trading is, how much effort it takes. Takes a lot of effort. I'm thinking about selling my Shopify. It's just not performing well. If Shopify closes weak, I'd rather keep my TQQ, because this one is, you know, this had a big move. I'd rather keep this one, even if it pulls back to the 20-day, I would be fine with it. The Shopify, it's kind of close stopping me out anyways. I'm gonna move my stop to break even. Let's see, what's my... So if it closes like, yeah, I'll get out of it. Oh, come on. GBTC. What a disappointment. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No bro Coco, no brew, I don't know what your name is, but yeah, exactly. You look at the indices, when they are in an uptrend, they keep the pull back to a 10 and 20 days. Go look at Dow Jones for the past 100 years. You will see that it's true. When it's in a strong uptrend, it keeps pulling back to the 10 and the 20 day on the daily chart. Now, if you can get daily data on Dow Jones, for example, in the 20s, and you know, when this great bear market happened from 29 to 32, you will see it's the opposite. It will find resistance at the declining 10 and the 20 on the daily chart. Very easy. It really isn't. That's a clear sign. Keep out of the market. Don't buy stuff. And you have, you know, the market keeps trending, you know, sometimes for many years at a time. And that's where the big money is made. It's not the big money as a swing trader, position trader. It's not necessarily made in times like these. Like, you can make money. Obviously, there's always going to be stocks that make, sectors that make big moves. Like, this is like an average. But, you know, it's not the easy money. Let's just say that. Well, something like this, that's easy money. Something like this, that's easy money. Something like this is hard money, easy money, hard money, easy money. And right now, since March bottom last year, it's been the easiest money in a long time, in decades, probably in 20 years. What do? You do less. And there's not going to be as many setups. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more leeway on Riot, on half size. I just got stopped out of half on Riot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't trade large caps, it's been a little bit of a trickier environment the past couple of weeks. Because it's mostly been the large and mega caps stocks moving the past 2 weeks. I got a bunch of them, but I've also had a lot of losses, like a lot of things I got stopped out of. You know what? I don't like the action in the Shopify. I do not like the action in this thing. Oh my god, this is by far my biggest position. It's not even close. It's a huge position. Probably one of the biggest I've ever had. Wait, did I get this right? Did I just bottom tick Riot on half size? Okay. What else is new? Yeah, trading is so easy. All you have to do is fund a brokerage account and you're set. Yeah, exactly. It's so easy. Buy here, sell there. Trading is the easiest thing. Or if you're a short seller, you can sell here and cover there. Easy money. A lot of the oil gas names are having pretty decent setups and breakouts, like Fang, MRO. Not seeing it on that one. There was some other one someone mentioned. I don't remember the ticker. Hey, thanks LCM999. Appreciate it. It's been your most profitable month? Holy shit. It's been a really tough past like 6-7 weeks. A great job if you made money this month or like the past 6 weeks. It's been a tough for a swing trader. ALB, yeah, I like the fact that ALB, it's kind of been surfing the 100-day. Now it's kind of below it, but it's still building higher lows. And today it has this range expansion candle. Kind of a pocket pivot type of situation. Slow stock though. Yeah, I'm down on a month too. I think I was down in March too. I'm not sure. No, wait, no, this month I'm up. This month I'm definitely up, but in March I was down because of a very tricky market for a swing trader. This month I'm up. But not as much as I should be because I have taken a lot of, like I have gotten stopped out of a lot of stocks. Man, not happy about that. Gotten stopped out of a lot of stuff. Even though I've had some things that worked really well, like TQQ and Tiger and stuff like, let's see, UPSD, AMAT, Soxel, etc., etc. But it's what it is. That's what happens in a hard penny environment. Okay, that's a good question. Which month this year, or like March has been, would I compare to a month last year when it comes to swing trading? That's a very good question. So let's look at March. Like QQQ, I'm looking. Well, let's look at Nasdaq. This is where like most of the stocks I personally trade, like large caps and mega caps. That's where like most of them are in the Nasdaq. So as you can see, March was, down, up, down, there was no uptrend. Like the big money is made in these uptrends, right? That's where the big money, when the 10 days rising, the 20 days rising, and the 10 days above the 20. That's where the big money is made as a swing trader. So March was a, very tough month. I didn't trade a lot. I wish I had traded even less than I did. I would have probably avoided a few million in losses if I have just avoided a few trades I knew I shouldn't have been in. But let's compare to last year. I remember I did struggle like mid-September to early November, or like late October. So it was kind of the same thing. Well, actually, I did have a nice run like late September, early October, but then I got slammed down. I had a nice portfolio going, and then everything stopped me out in mid-October, and then I started rebuilding November. But I would say like the mid-September to like late October was a tricky period. It was a lot of breakout failures, and before that, I would say another period I struggled was here, 2019. Also, when the market had no clear direction, it was just mean reverting all the time. It tried to start get going, then it kind of faded back again, got stopped out of everything. It was like, I would say maybe early August to early October was a kind of a struggling period, like a lot of breakout failures. And before that, that was like, I would say May 2019. The same thing. The market was, well, I mean, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done any, setups at all. I would have saved myself a good chunk of money. So, but back then I wasn't as good as I'm now. And I'm not perfect now either. Like, I wish I did trade less. Like, again, it comes down to just look at the moving average, the 10 and the 20. Pay attention to them. Is the 10-day below the 20-day? Don't buy breakouts. Is the 10-day declining? The 20-day declining? Don't buy breakouts. It's really that simple. I wish I was better at like following that one little easy indicator. The big money is when we get these multi-month runs. That's where the big money. You can double, triple, quadruple your account in a very short amount of time if you catch a good period and trade good setups with good risk management. But the key is really to identify these dangerous periods and keep out of them. Like, you need to have the mental resolve to not trade. It's so tempting. You get these, you look at, okay, the 10 days declining, 20 days declining, the 10 days below the 20, then you kind of look at, oh, but that looks like a pretty decent setup. And then you buy it, and then it stops you out. This is like trader therapy. Yeah. It's just like a simple indicator. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Like the 10-20 day indicator, it will keep you in most of the good periods, and it will keep you out of majority of the bad periods. Let's just say that. It will keep you in most of the good periods, and it will keep you out of most of the bad periods. Just a very simple basic indicator. No rocket science included. Like, I'm always seeing these stupid CFAs on Twitter post all these rocket science charts, and I'm like, oh man, are you even making any money? They're all looking at these super advanced breadth indicators and all of these, I don't even know what the hell they are. And it's like human nature. We don't like simplicity. We don't like to hear that there's a simple answer to something. We want something complicated, and better yet, we want it to be so complicated that that we can pay someone else to take care of it. And if you actually start thinking about it, you will realize the financial industry, medicine, it's all built around that concept, unnecessary complexity. So you kind of have to outsource much of it. It's the case in every industry, fitness industry. You see it everywhere. Like, personal finance is super simple. It's not easy, but it's super simple. And how many 500-page books hasn't there been written about personal finance? Same thing with fitness. You can see it all the time. There's so much unnecessary complexity and bullshit, and it's the same thing in every and any industry. Kind of have to, figure out the 3 to 5 important things in anything you do. Whatever you want to do, you have to figure out the 3 to 5 like important concepts, and you will see like everything kind of revolves. There's like like massive complexity built around those 3 to 5 simple concepts. Yeah, 300-page books on eat less and cut calories. Yeah, and people are paying for it because they don't want to hear, you know, eat less shit, and get off your fat ass. You know, they really need one sentence. Yeah, that's just deadlift more. That's true. Squat more and deadlift more. I can agree with that. All right. It feels like I've been ranting for 43 minutes straight. Can someone confirm? Have I been ranting for 43 minutes straight? I should shut the fuck up. You can confirm? Confirm? Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm being honest. Like, I can guarantee you one thing. Like 99% of the trading services where you get to pay money for the privilege of I don't know what you get in return, they're not gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna be honest with you. They're just happy you paid them money. And I'm saying 99% because there's that 1%. There are legit communities out there that are behind a paywall, but they are actually good and legit, and they are actually trying to do the right thing. But 99% of them are not. Oh, my head is spinning. This Uso was a really good breakout. Like, it's an oil, I don't even, fund? Is it an ETF? I don't know what it is. But this trades technically very well. Like, if you look at it here, had a beautiful breakout. It tested the rising 20 and then it kind of took out this range and made a big move. And here too, look how nicely it bounced off the 20, kind of pocket pivot type of a thingy, or slash breakout. And now look at how nicely it's surfing the 50-day, and now it's breaking out of this tight range. Beautiful. Slow moving though, and it's a commodity thing. I'm not a fan of commodities related things. They can be a little bit of a headache sometimes, but you know, this thing has been moving really, really beautifully, like extremely beautiful. How's my shoulder? It's actually good now because I'm avoiding the things that make it hurt. So it's good. So let's see. Riot, nice. I sold half near the lows of the day, within pennies of the lows of the day. Really happy about that. Let's see, GBTC, I sold about a third. It's bouncing now. I'm gonna trail it with a 10-day. So pretty much I got stopped out of yesterday's ads, but I should have gotten stopped out of them like a buck higher. I should have been a bit more aggressive, but whatever, you know. It's easy to be hindsight warrior. Shopify, I sold like 80% of my position. That was a big one. That was like almost an $80 million position, and now it's only like a $3 million position. Maybe I sold too much. Whatever. I just didn't think it was. I would have preferred this thing to be higher. It's kind of very close to my entry, and you know, I've been in for a week and it still hasn't gone yet. So my point is, like, I'm seeing, like, looking at the Nasdaq, it's a little bit extended. It's a very vulnerable to pullback to the 10 or the 20 day, and we will have a pullback to the 10 day. Like, just a matter of time. I don't necessarily think it's gonna go straight up, keep going to 360 or something. Like, I think it's gonna go sideways or pull back to the 10 day. And in that case, Shopify will stop me out for a pretty decent loss. So I'm trying to be proactive on it. That it's just sized down. It's not performing. You always have to. When you're trading on margin, you always have to. The things that are not performing, they need to go. Anything that you're feeling unsure about, giving you a little bit nervousness, it needs to go. Damn, FCX, I only have half size. I wanted to, I bought some like opening range highs at like 33.30s or something. Or, when it, kind of had been going up the first couple of minutes. And I waited for a pullback to the 35.60 to add another 100,000 shares, but we never got that pullback. And now it's at 36.40. Beautiful setup. Look how nicely it's been surfing the 50 day. Bounced off it here. Undercut and reclaimed here, undercut and reclaimed, and it's been building higher lows, and it had this long kind of tight range. It's breaking out today. Beautiful. Wells Fargo, yeah, the banks are strong. I think like Goldman Sachs, what a beautiful setup, really nice setup. They had earnings. What was the other one? Citi, yeah, it's a laggard. JPM. Do you know one bank that's not looking good, or investment bank, or whatever it is? And Nomura too. NMR, Nomura. That's what happens when your risk management sucks. Oh man, too funny. This is the bag holder bank. This is the investment bank equivalent of the retail trader, of the Robinhood trader, the bag holder. Or at least most of them anyways. That's what happens when you have bad risk management. Not to bash, Robinhood traders, but it's a truth. Like, most of them are beginning traders, and they don't have any risk management. Many of them don't know what it is, and it's the most important thing. ASO, no. Yeah, CLF is a nice one. Pulled back to the 20, rising 20, and today, found support yesterday, and today it's kind of having a continuation move. Or like gonna bounce off the 20. It's a bit sad that the EP failed, but, it is what it is. I really thought it was gonna work and go to 30 or something, but it didn't. Perry, no. Again, it's a microcap stock. It's kind of broken. I don't see anything in it. No. NIO, it is surfing the 100. Maybe later, maybe in a few days. It is building higher lows. Yeah, I think it's not a no-brainer. It's a bit tricky. Like these things, yeah, maybe in a few days. PACB. Yeah. And also Perry, like if you watch my swing trading school, like what do I keep telling you? Stick to the ones that bounce off the 10, 20, or 50. Stick to the ones that surf the 10, 20, and 50 day moving average. What moving average is this one surfing? Wow, AA. Today's a commodity day. Man, that's a beautiful setup. Obviously too late to buy now, but that was just a 5-star. Look at this thing. Big linear move. Look how nice it's been surfing the 10 and 20. And just getting tighter and tighter, and today it's having a breakout over this range. Beautiful. What's X doing? X doesn't have a good setup. W is going also. W is a potential pocket pivot type of a scenario. Oh, NTLA. Found support of the rising 100 again, and now, oh, okay. It's always so sad when I finish my Nocco, because I know I can't have another for the rest of the day. Yesterday I had another, actually in the evening, when I was raiding in World of Warcraft. I allowed myself another Nocco, and then I couldn't fall asleep until 2 a.m. Worth it. AMC and GME are back. I wouldn't say that. I don't see anything there. I mean, GME is kind of bouncing off the rising 50, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna go lower. I was surprised it came back to 350. I was super surprised. It was very profitable, but if you had asked me, like, any time between, you know, after the stock cracked, it was gonna go back to 350, I would have laughed. And that's what I love about the market. You can be so certain about something and can be proven totally wrong and still make money if you know how to trade. I think a lot of people have such a hard time wrapping their head around, like, you can be totally wrong and still make money, and you can be completely right and still lose money. That's what happens when you can be wrong and make money if you actually, if you realize you're a fucking moron, you don't know shit. If you knew shit, you would be a billionaire, but you're not because you're a fucking loser. Just follow the price action. And I realized that long time ago. If I just followed the price action, I would make much more money than follow my useless opinions, because they are pretty useless most of the time. Yeah, strong opinions held loose. Hey, Danny, the quote, the thing I just said like 30 seconds ago, I hope you quote me on it on your daily recap. Oh, public test RAM. That's what PTR stands for. Yeah, shout out to Danny. Danny is the best. And also, I don't know his name, but he does like he tries to emulate my portfolio. Like he looks at what I trade and tries to guesstimate my entries and exits. That's a really good effort. Insane effort. Alex Potts. I feel like this stream was pretty good. I had like a 45-minute rant. Must be personal. Oh my god, DNA. Now is the time. Now I wish I'd bought more. It's funny how it works. Like, oh, I'm buying 100,000 shares. That feels like a comfortable risk. And then it goes straight up and you're like, why didn't I buy 400,000 shares? Why didn't I override my risk rules and buy twice the amount? Kind of funny how that feeling never goes away. You did the right thing, but it feels like you should have done it differently. I'm in a better mood than yesterday. Was I in a bad mood yesterday? I don't think so. People think I'm in a bad mood. I'm not. Because I sound harsh and people are not, people are not used to, I guess, especially like people who are dependent on selling subscriptions. They're never gonna rant like that. They're probably not gonna use like swear words and stuff like that, and they're not gonna be blunt and sometimes even rude. They're never gonna do that because they're afraid to lose subscribers. I don't give a shit. I'm not making any money off of you. And sometimes I may be a little bit too harsh. I know, whatever. I'm gonna retire when I'm fed up with you guys. When I can't take it anymore. Oh man, it is Futo. I hope it tightens up for another couple of days. It could make a big move once it finally goes. It's not complete yet. I hope it breaks out next week. PLL is starting to move. That's a pretty decent setup. It's a really it's a decent setup. Look how nice it's surfing the 50-day, and it's been building this big triangle range thingy. Now it's kind of trying to perk up. Oh, it's so thin. Really good setup. Beautiful setup. 5-star. Yeah, I saw the Age of Empires 4 trailer. Or parts of it. Or actually, I watched a World of Warcraft streamer react to the trailer on his stream. So yes, I kind of saw the trailer. Yeah, Asmongold. No, I haven't gotten any more podcast requests. No, I haven't played Hearts of Iron 4 in over a month. I kind of grew tired of it. I was playing it for many hours per day, and then just one day I didn't start the game, and I haven't started the game since. That's what happened to me in World of Warcraft 17 months ago. I played it like hardcore, 10 hours, 12 hours per day for 3 weeks. 3 months, sorry, as I was trading full time, and then just one day I didn't log in again. I took a 17-month break. That's how I work. I'm an on-off guy. I'm not one of these guys. I log in, I play for 2 hours in the evening. No. When I do something, I go all in. Like, I cancel my social life. Your kids canceled your social life? Yeah, you guys are my social life. Yeah, guys. If you want to be successful traders, you have to cancel your social life for a while. For at least 3 to 6 months. I'm not gonna do any more podcasts for a while. You know, don't spam these podcast guys. There's no need to. I'm not interested in doing a podcast. I did the chat with traders, and that Richard Moglen guy seems like a really nice guy. I like the format. You actually look at the charts. In a way, I think it's a better format for a trading podcast where you can actually show on the charts what the heck you're talking about. So it's a little bit different format. I kind of like the format. I also like the chat with traders because it's more you go more deeper maybe into concepts. I like both the formats, but right now I'm not gonna do any more podcasts. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to have any more followers. Like if I do that podcast, probably gonna get another few hundred more followers on Twitch, and I have to answer the same questions 50 times over. Oh, not looking forward to it. SM. Yeah, not a good setup though. Hey, Stock Daddies, keep the sword. I can't do it without you. I'll send you 50 cases of whiskey. Just keep the sword, Stock Daddy. I'll buy the most expensive whiskey for you. 50 bottles. I'll buy you oak keg whiskey. I think it's oak kegs. I'm not even sure. I had you at whiskey. I knew it. Oh man, I'm so exhausted. Oh. TSM is setting up again. I got a little bit worried when it, tried to reclaim the 50 but failed. That's when I sold the half. But now it's been flagging nicely, surfing the rising 10, and you know what? I may add back. It's a slow-moving stock though. It's a very slow-moving stock, 2.8 ADR. But I may add back the half I sold if it reclaims the 50-day. Look at SMH, it's holding up really well. Look at how nicely it's flagging. I think this thing could go to 270 now in a month once it breaks out, or very soon, in a few weeks. 270, 280 once it breaks out. TSM earnings tomorrow? Okay, maybe we get an earnings breakout. Can you guys remind me tomorrow that it will have earnings? Wait, is it pre-market or after hours? Let's see. TSM, it's okay, it's pre-market. All right, I put it in my positions or in my watch list so I remember it. Okay, great. If it breaks out on earnings, I'll add back. Like these types of stocks I like. They're these higher priced, very liquid stocks. You can buy a big position. Only problem with this one, it's a little bit slow moving. What's MU doing? MU needs some more time. I have earnings date in TC2000 right here, but I forget to look at it. IWN, most of you guys are gonna be more, oh, what a beautiful breakout. All these Russell ETFs are having such beautiful breakouts. Oh man, look at the breakout here. Look at this, 5-star. This one too, really good. Like all of these are high tide flags in some form or another. These are the setups you want. Look at it keeps surfing the 20. Here it kind of tested the 50, but that's what they do eventually. They start testing the lower moving averages. Now it says great breakout again. Beautiful. These are the setups you want to see. All right, I'm gonna watch some World of Warcraft videos. I'm gonna cut the stream. See you tomorrow. Good luck.